Hey guys, what's going on? This is Jay from the Gaming for Comedy channel, of course, or iBluairJgR, whichever you may know me as, whichever you may prefer. And no gameplay. I won't be putting in any gameplay over this. This is literally just going to be me talking for a little bit, like 6 to 10 minutes or something like that. I don't know how long. I know I can ramble, but I'm definitely gonna get if I do hit the 10-minute mark, I'm definitely cutting it off fairly soon. But really, this is just a quick vlog, so to speak, from me to you. Only you're not seeing me, of course. You're seeing the black screen right now. What's in here is some music, but I think that's a little bit more relaxing and charming than seeing me in my house clothes right now, my unshaven face, which is horrible, to be honest with you. In this darkly lit room, I'm in a completely dark room, just lit by the computer light. I just woke up really no more than like 20 minutes ago, and I wanted to definitely do this video today because ever since I wrote what I did in the description for the Walking Dead videos for today, which I believe were parts 5 and 6, I wanted to reiterate my point and stress my belief of the importance of cherishing everything that you have right now and everything that you're thankful for. So first things first, let me run through things here. Let me let you know what time this is all going down. You know what I'm saying? So, like a year from now, you could be like, holy shit, a year from now, exactly. He was sitting in this dark ass room doing this. Oh my god! It's 8:32 p.m. right now, November 22nd, of course, Thanksgiving. Again, happy Thanksgiving. Hope everything's going well for you. Hope you're having a really good day. And I also hope that you've at least eaten dinner by now, at least had a little piece of the turkey. You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Know what I mean? At least a little bit. I remember pretty much growing up all the time that my parents would not start Thanksgiving cooking until actual Thanksgiving Day, like that morning. And it would not be enough time in order to finish everything that we wanted to cook. So me and my sister and I, and the whole family, we would have to pretty much end up waiting until like 9, 10, 11, 12 o'clock in order to eat. And bad enough that you're already probably putting on extra pounds from eating a whole lot on Thanksgiving Day and all that. We're eating late too to put on, on top of that. But it was good stuff, man. Really good times. Really good stuff. Like I said before, I really love the holidays, and Thanksgiving just tops it off for me. And it's just like a month of like waking up in this heightened mood all the time. I love it, man. I love it. And ain't nothing can replace it for me. Ain't nothing can replace it for me. I freaking love the holidays. But yeah, like I said, hope you guys doing good. If something bad happened in your day, don't let that shit get to you. Just enjoy the day for what it is. Enjoy what you have right now. If anything, like I said in the description, I can't stress enough how quickly things can change in your life. It's easy to forget. Oh, somebody's outside. Excuse me. Sorry about that. Yeah, it's easy. It's easy to forget as to just live our day-to-day lives all the time, and we don't necessarily. Of course, it's a little bit depressing, but we don't necessarily think about how drastically our lives can change. Within the course of a week or within a day or anything like that, because we all have something that can happen to us that can definitely change how we will begin to wake up every day, every morning for the rest of our lives. And this is not even coming from a guy who has something happen to him, because I have not. I haven't. I have to admit, I haven't had like something happen to me throughout the course of a week or even a day or anything like that truly changed my life. That has not happened to me yet. But I'm aware of the fact that it can happen, and I just want to stress my point to you guys that you guys should always cherish the people that you appreciate right now. Always cherish them. Always let them know how much exactly you do appreciate them every now and again. Because if something were to happen, chances are that it's gonna be too late to tell them. Before I really started thinking about all this, I never used to tell my parents, my mom, my dad, or my sister, or anything like that. I never used to tell them that I loved them just for no reason. I used to sometimes think like, what if something were to happen and I never got that chance to really tell them. I'm getting all emotional here. No, but everything I'm saying right now, it's real. It's real. So I just wanted to run through a few things that I was thankful for, and get to know you guys, get to know what you guys are thankful for. On a sincere, on the deepest level you can get sincere with me. And yeah, this is what this is about. We get to know each other. We dig down there. We get in deep. All right, shut up, Jay. Damn, you gotta stay fucking serious for once in your life. All right, I'm sorry. Damn, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You don't think I'm weird, do you? You don't think I'm weird, do you? All right, all right. But first things first. Family. Definitely big on. I'm definitely big on family. Family's important, and I'm very thankful for my family. And just to well, this is something I have to say. By family, I mean really only my mother, my father, and my sister. That's it. Of course, do I have a much bigger family than that? Yes, of course. But my mother and father and sister, they were the biggest parts of my family, or the biggest parts of my life growing up, into my 20 years on Earth, so to speak. My 20 years of life so far. Other than, of course, for financial reasons, they held me up emotionally at a lot of times, and they always tried their best to guide me in what they thought was the right direction, until, of course, I was old enough to know or have my own beliefs or what is the right direction. But they always took care of me while growing up. To be honest, they spoiled me while growing up. Back then, I was just like, yo, if I get a game, I'm set. And I used to used to always get these games. They used to always throw video games at me as a method for staying off the streets, because once you start that whole process of like constantly going out on the street, constantly going out on the street, if you grow up on the street, more than likely it's not going to be a good thing. So I was always a return home kind of kid. While kids in grade school, they used to stay like outside, stay after school, just like walking around the street constantly. Constantly, like for hours, just doing nothing, just going around talking to other people, and not necessarily dealing with the best people in the world. And me, I was always just a go home kid. You know what I'm saying? I was like, I'll fucking see you later, dude. I'm trying to go home and play Final Fantasy 7 right now. Get out of here. I don't, I just want to go home and play my video games, and that's pretty much all I did. I'll admit, the video game strategy my parents used on me, it was legit. It did keep me off the street. Of course, maybe by the time I graduated 8th grade, I'm not gonna lie, I was a little bit too introverted, a little bit too shy as I was heading into high school. There was a lot of things that I did have to get over, but I got over it, and it was all good. It was all fun. It was all good, but it did work. Of course, they have programs like the Y, or AKA YMCA, or after school programs that you can go to, but that's all money. Some of them are free, exactly, but I am glad that pretty much my childhood was essentially video games for the most part. You know what I'm saying? And plus, I tried after school clubs before. I didn't really like that shit. I was fucking playing, and then playing chess and shit all the time, and reading and reading. I still don't even like reading right now. But that's one thing I'm thankful for. Of course, second thing I'm thankful for is my friends, and by the friends I've met specifically in high school. That I have a nice little small group of friends. We even 2 3 years after into college, and we're all still equally as close and all that. We might not talk every day, of course, because we none of us have the time for that. But whenever we all do get together again, it's just it feels like we're just picking up where we left off. Nobody feels drastically different from who they were, back in the day or anything like that. I had a lot of excuse me, I had a lot of best friends like in grade school from like first to 8th grade, but and some of them I even went into my high school with, but over time, people change, things change, and that didn't end up going so well. But as I'm older now, I realized that the friends that I had back then, they definitely never were my type of friends. They weren't the friends that were good for me. They were just kind of the friends just because they were just there. You know what I'm saying? And it showed, definitely. It definitely showed as we all started growing up together. as I started even running into them, seeing them, I definitely was. It definitely showed that if had we stayed friends even after we graduated in eighth grade, it wasn't going to work out for the best. So you know, I was heading into ninth grade pretty much by myself, no real friends, and luckily in ninth grade, starting in ninth grade, I started. There was this little group forming, just like kind of like there's like that whole thing that you see in TV shows, like you have the jocks, you have the emos, you have the nerds, all that stuff. That didn't exist in our high school. All right, that didn't exist in our high. Well, it kind of did. You did have like the group of the cool guys, the group of the nerds, and just the group of the flat out losers and all that. We were just the average Joe group. We weren't nerds. We liked to play video games, and we weren't the most popular kids in school and all that. But it was a cool group. For me, I fucking loved that group. Had a lot of good times from ninth to 12th grade, man. And yeah, we were just like the average Joe group. But the reason I'm mainly thankful for them, I never even got to that yet. Jesus Christ, people yelling, ruining my vlog and shit. Come on now. Jesus Christ. Sorry. But the main reason I'm thankful for my friends is, whether my friends right now they know it or not, they help me out a lot in my life. Just as much as my parents helped me and guided me into becoming the person who I am today, my friends did so equally the same. Because I'm gonna tell you guys, let me give you guys a little background. Like as I was entering ninth and 10th grade, I was falling off big time. Like we're talking like a student, a guy who used to always goody two shoes all the fucking way and straight A's on the report card in eighth grade, and then going into ninth and 10th grade, I don't know what happened. It's not that the work was so difficult that I just couldn't do it. It was just at ninth grade at first. I was starting to At the very beginning, I was starting to fall into the wrong group of friends, and that kind of influenced me, and I was kind of heading down along with, because most of those friends that I made in the beginning of ninth grade, they didn't even graduate. So, and I was starting to head down with them. I was starting to get like 70s in on my report card. I even failed. I believe I failed the class in my first year in ninth grade. Things didn't start out too well, and pretty much how my friends really helped me out in this situation specifically, because there's more than one cases like these. They didn't even know it, because my whole group of friends, they were good kids. They always got the good report cards and all that, the 85 the at least 85 averages and all that. And around the time where marking period, as it was called in high school, or semester ends or whatever, everybody's like get their report card, like, well, what you get? And here I am with like my 70 average, and all my friends have like 85 averages. Of course they don't judge you for it, or say anything about it, but it's embarrassing. You have like a group of 5 friends, everybody has like 80, 90 averages, and you're the only one with 70 average. Come on, you don't want to. That's not what you want to do. And these are the people that you want to be with. It's different that if you didn't care about what these guys thought of you, and you didn't care about their opinion, you didn't really care about them in general. But these were people that, my friends, these were people that I wanted to be up there with, quote unquote, in that academic sense. These are people that I wanted to impress. These are people I wanted to just, I just wanted to be with, and I did care what they thought about me and everything like that, because they were really cool guys, and I fucking loved those dudes, to be honest with you. So, mid 10th grade and all the way through into 12th grade, I started picking it up a lot. And pretty much, I can truly attribute the reason why I got I started doing really good in school and started doing so much better to those guys. I owe it to those guys, because honestly, at first I was just a little too weak in my mind, to be honest with you. Like whoever I was hanging out with, they had that effect on me. But luckily enough, since I was so lucky enough to hang out with good people, they had that effect on me as well. And pretty much until who I am right now, where, of course, you're not as easily influenced as a 20-year-old as you may be when you're 14, 13 years old, but you're definitely who you are around this stage in your life, and who you continue to be in your 20s, in your young adult years. It pretty much is going to determine who you're going to be for a big portion of your life. And I can truly say that I'm proud of the person I am, and I definitely owe a big chunk of that to my friends. So that's only one story. I didn't even tell you guys about the story where pretty much my friends have helped me figure out what it is that I wanted to do with my life. But I'll save that for another day because I can see I'm going on 15 minutes. I'm going on 15 minutes. And what the? Do you guys want to hear another story? Want to hear another story? I want to hear another story. Do you? And fuck it. I can give you guys a short version. Believe me, I can give you the short version. Don't worry about that. I can give it to you somehow, some way. um, Another thing. And this is like more or less 12th grade after high school and all that. More or less at this point in my life, everybody, and this is also on the about section on my website, by the way. Oh, throwing that in there. It's not completely done yet, but there's some things up. But you know, everybody around me, pretty much from like 12th grade on, they had like at least there were a few undecided people, but for the most part, everybody had an idea of what they wanted to do. And although looking back on all of it now, a lot of those people actually had no idea what they wanted to do, and they completely changed it. But they just was going into something because they wanted to have something, which is the same thing that happened to me. I graduated high school, and I was like, oh, I'm good with computers, so why not become an engineer? So I head into college, and I try and do the engineering thing. Horrible, horrible, absolutely fucking horrible. Engineering thing is just not for me. And I only went one semester like this just to let you know how much I hated it. I didn't even get that shit a year. I hated the engineering thing so badly, so badly. It's not even funny how much I hated that shit. And for the most part, there was like a good year that I had no idea what I wanted to do. As a career, with my life in general, or anything like that. And all the friends I just finished talking to you about from high school, because we're all still cool. All the friends that I pretty much grew up with from high school on, they knew what they wanted to do, or at least they had a really good idea of what they wanted to do. And every time we would meet up and sit around at a BBQ's dinner table or anything like that, everybody's asking each other, so what you want to do? What you want to do? Oh yeah, what you gonna do in like 5 years and everything like that? And here I am sitting at this table with never really a solid enough response. It's not the same type of response that my friends have. So again, this is like fucking like this is I'm not gonna say decimating. It is just a bit stronger word. But this is annoying to me. This bothers me. Because these are still the same people that by now I ought to have impressed. By now, we're all together. I'm with them, but these are still the same people that, of course, I still care about what they think. Obviously, and this is it's not caring about what others think in a bad way, because when you care about what others think, and those others, quote unquote, might not give a shit about you, that's different. But these are guys I sincerely care for, and they sincerely care for me, of course, as I know. And it was like a real wake up call, because at this time, pretty much all I was doing, I was just going day to day in college, come back home, do my daily thing, play some video games, and that was really it. And that doesn't last forever. As much fun as it is right now, and all that, that stuff doesn't last forever. There comes a point where you have to put on the big boy pants. You got to put on the big boy pants and start taking responsibility. You got to start knowing who you are as a person. You got to start pursuing who you are as a person. And it comes about like right now. You can't be 25 years old and truly not know, working and truly not know what exactly it is what you want to do. And then next thing you know, you're going to end up being 30 or 35 years old with that same type of mentality. And I can imagine that you're only going to have nothing but regrets. You know, Nothing but regrets about like how much time you've wasted, where that time could have gone, and all that stuff. So, you know, that's another point to you guys. If you don't know what you want to do something. Always try and do something that you know is productive, just a general productive thing. And if you don't know what you want to do, try different things. Of course, the only way you're going to find it is if you experiment, and then that's where the do something part comes in. But always do something. Never try not to never just completely waste time all the time. You know what I'm saying? And the reason I say that is because coming from a dude who did this pretty much, the reason why I'm so big on doing something all the time is because I'm a guy who like I'm gonna say like a year or two ago, at this point a year or two ago, pretty much all I would just come home from class and play Xbox all day with my friends. And that's fun. That was all fun. and it still is all fun and good and everything. But like I said, there's gonna come a day where all that's gonna change. Friends not gonna be on Xbox forever. To that's the obvious part. But there's gonna come a day where you're gonna have to. There's gonna have to be more to you than just playing Xbox, for example. So that was another thing that my friends helped me out with. That's also on my website, like what exactly it is what I want to do. But I don't think I ever iterated it directly. But here it is, that something that I want to do is, or here is what I want to do with my life is, I'm a good writer, and like I'm talking in my little vlog here. I want to help people. I want to influence people, because I know there's a lot of people out there who are misguided, or necessary not necessarily wasting all their time away, but wasting like a really significant chunk of their life away constantly, and then again don't know what to do, because like I see it on my Facebook, and you guys probably see it on your Facebook too. I have friends on my Facebook who literally do nothing but smoke weed every single day. Nothing but smoke weed and drink every single day. Like literally every single status is about smoking weed or drinking, and that's a damn shame. It should never be like that, especially not as a 20-year-old, and especially like how our world is becoming. Like kids are starting to drink liquor, at least here in New York. I don't know about anywhere else, but I'm pretty sure there's cases like this all across America. Kids are starting to drink liquor and starting to get into this weed thing. They're starting to get into it at like 14, 15 years old. And starting at that age, doing things like that at that age, you're not. It's going to be different from how I grew up. When I was 14, 15 years old, I was doing nothing but worried about my freaking Xbox and my friends. Kids are starting to grow up, and they're starting to like get into this alcohol and weed thing. Starting to grow up on the streets a little bit too much. I'm starting to sound like my fucking father. Holy shit. Starting growing up and doing nothing but growing up on the street, and then the next thing you know, these are the same guys. These are like the 30-year-olds or the late 20-year-olds that you're seeing working in McDonald's as a janitor. And you can only imagine at that stage in your life, you're not you're not doing enough with your life, and you're pretty much boxing yourself into a corner. When you're young and you have the support of your family and all this, and you don't have to worry as much about paying for your own apartment and living all the stress of living on your own, making sure you get something to eat every day. When you don't have to worry about the stress of that, take that time and focus on what you will do, so that way when the time comes where you are ready to move out and you are ready to be your own person in the world, you'll be fine. you know I'm subscribed to a guy called Kane Carter. That's his name. His actual name is Kane Carter, but his YouTube name is Hot Damn I Rock, right? And he came out with a video. I'll put a link to it in the description. He came out with a video. I think it was like 2 or 3 weeks ago at this point, where and I'll just give you a summary. Of course, he came out with a video where essentially he was just with one of his good friends, and he got out the car to get something. And then and his friend was still in the car, they were both in the car, they were both going somewhere. And when Kane Carter came back into the car, his friend just literally told him out of nowhere, "Yo, I'm not happy." And that led to this whole conversation about how come you're not happy, and pretty much he wasn't happy because he wasn't where he thought he'd be in life. Essentially, he wasn't doing anything that he wanted to do. He was just not wasting his time, but he was just passing by the time constantly. And when Kane Carter asked him, or Hot Damn I Rock asked him, well, what it is, why it is that you never did what you wanted to do, which I think the dude wanted to be a boxer or something like that. He's literally said, "I don't know." Like, can you imagine something like that? You'd figure there'd be some type of excuse for something like that, for not pursuing something you want to do or you really want to do, but literally it's just, "I don't know." And that's to me that's not good. Like somebody that's at that point, there has to be a change in your life. There has to be a moment where you decide, like, am I going to continue living as I was living previously, day to day, not really, just doing what I can to get by, or am I going to start doing something that I want to do, and get myself to the state where of being happy and all that. And pretty much the whole message of behind the video was, are you really living your life right now, or do you just exist? And there is a big difference between the two. Just existing is would just be what I was talking about a second ago. Excuse me, I'm talking too damn fast. I need something to drink. My mouth is so dry. I'm sorry, people. I know I said this wouldn't be long, but it's ended up being long. Okay. Um, the difference between the two, like existing would be, just going, doing what you can day to day to get by. Perhaps you do live on your own and everything like that. Perhaps things are going, slightly well for you. But when you just exist, that's exactly what it is. You're just going day by day, and pretty much at that point, you will just continue going day by day until the day you die. Living your life is something completely different. Living your life is, I associate it closely to doing something that you always wanted to do. Isn't that's the big dream, right? Isn't it? The big dream is always to be able to make a living off of something that you love doing, or even just having the ability to do something that you love doing in general. Because that makes everybody happy. That's what else are we gonna do? I'd definitely rather have a job of doing something I love doing, other than having a job that I hate and just don't fucking like anything about it. You know what I'm saying? And that's pretty much the point I'm trying to emphasize to you guys, that I want to do with my life. I want to spread like this message, and spread like this sense of importance. To, like, you gotta do what you want to do in your life. You can't waste as much time as maybe you could have when you were a kid. Is this making sense? I know, like, this is not scripted or anything. I'm just talking off the top of my head right now. I apologize if it's not making sense, but you get my point. Am I right? Do you get my point? Maybe not. Come on, let me know. Tell me something. But yeah, this is that's what I want to do with my life. I wonder how many times I said in this in this vlog. But that's what I feel like that's really what I want to do in my life. Especially coming from a guy who was stuck in that situation where I literally was doing nothing for a big portion of my life, like literally nothing that will help me be the person that can live on his own, or nothing that will help me be the lone person, be the person I am on my own in the world. There we go. I was doing nothing back then for a long time, for, like, I'm talking 1 or 2 years, just gone, wasted. I was just not doing anything to help myself. And this is something that I don't want to happen to. This is something I don't want to happen. I don't want to happen to my friends. This is something I don't want to happen to my family. And this is something I don't want to happen to people in general. So I feel like if I can, somehow, create this fucking steel ball, like the steel ball of an argument, like how I'm a little bit jumbled right now, of course, explaining this to you guys. I think I just nailed it just now, but if I can just construct this steel ball of an argument, this precise, concise argument that I could just hit at anybody at any time about how it's important to not waste time, and how it's important to always do something and do what you want to do. I think I could go far with it, And the first step to that, towards me taking that dream towards taking that step towards my dream, towards my desire to do this in my life, was this channel. Actually, believe it or not, I know the name is Gaming for Comedy, but what I really wanted to do was, I wanted to reach out to people, and I didn't have a means of doing so, at least not in the means that I was, like, really comfortable with. And now, look at how I'm doing it. I'm doing it with something I grew up with, and I'm doing it with something I freaking love. You know what I'm saying? Which, by the way, I don't care. Maybe over the years, there's not an age that you have to drop video games. Over the years, the only thing that happens is you just have less time to play video games. I will forever love video games, alright? I'm never gonna just drop them one day because I'm too old for them. Oh, they're a waste of time. That's bullshit. All right, all right. This so never. Well, at least that's my personal belief. Everybody has their own personal belief, but there for me, there never came. There's never gonna come a day where I'm just like 40 years old, maybe, and like I'm too old for this shit, or even 30 years old or anything. There's just gonna become less time in the day for me to sit down and enjoy myself with a video game or anything like that. But hey, it is what it is. The reason I say that is because some people really feel like video games are a waste of time. They're for young people, this and that. And, that's just not true. I don't even want to go into that. That's just the mindset I can't approve of. So, oh shit, I'm sorry, my laptop, my laptop turned off, and I thought it was overheating, which it is a little bit hot right now. But I was like, oh my god, 30 minutes gone. But yeah, guys, you know, I'm sorry this ended up being 30 minutes. But that's pretty much what I wanted to say to you guys, or what I wanted to talk to you guys about tonight on Thanksgiving night. It's Black Friday night, essentially. I think stores are already opening up because I know Best Buy is already open. For example, there's a few stores that's already opening up. I might go outside and try and get me a few things because it only lasts until 12 p.m. tomorrow. And like I said, I really need freaking some clothes. But probably not. I'm probably just staying inside. That's just kind of how I'm feeling. Especially after doing this, it's kind of like a stay at home thing, you know. So yeah, that felt good. I'm gonna be uploading on all 31 minutes. I don't know who's gonna be listening, but I just wanted to let you guys know. I just wanted to talk to you guys about that real quick. And I actually liked it. This is things that go on in my mind, but I don't have a chance to get it out too often, especially not while playing the video game thing. Plus, who wants to fucking listen to me listen to me and my philosophy while playing Walking Dead? There's times for that, and then there's other times for that. Like in Resident Evil 4, there was a lot of time to talk about side things with you guys because there was just a lot of straight up gameplay moments. Not everything was a cutscene. We can't do that with Walking Dead. There will be a few games I could do that with in the future. I'm gonna try and do that as much as I can because I enjoy doing it. I think it brings something else to gaming commentaries that's not all that there. That's not all there so much. Right now, as of right now, everything is a little bit too focused on the game. I'm trying to bring it to a more personal level because that's what games usually were meant for. It was about it was about going to a friend's house and getting to know the friend and creating memories and pretty much growing closer to that friend and bonding with the friend. For anybody who used to do that back in the day, you would go to somebody's house, you'd have a good time playing, just simply playing video games, and that's pretty much what it was for. And you know, it was a much more personal thing than just playing a video game. You're playing a video game with somebody you really like, somebody you think is cool, and all that. And that's really what I intended this channel to be. And I do think. Of course, we're not there all the way. Of course, it depends on the game you play, but that we're there, we're on the right path. We're there. We're getting there. So, yeah, 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 yeah. But yeah, like I said, guys, happy Thanksgiving again. Um, I hope you guys had a good one. Hope you got maybe you were listening to me eating some turkey. Who knows? You eating some turkey? I had some turkey earlier. My mom actually, my mother actually bought a dinner this time around of the year because we didn't have. Well, she had to work. Like she has to work tonight, and essentially, she didn't want to cook all that and have to go to work in the same night. You know what I'm saying? Although the whole dinner still came in cold and microwavable and all that, it was still. Excuse me. The chicken came in prepared, seasoned already. All we had to do was throw that shit in the rotisserie. Um, Fucking fun fact. Set it and forget it. Rotisserie. That shit is valid. That shit is valid. I haven't had rotisserie cooked stuff in too many times in my life, but rotisserie is the shit. All right, I'm definitely gonna be buying me some whole chickens in the future and just start eating them bitches. Like all you do is it's like you got this like cogwheel with two thorn things, right? You stick that bitch right through that chicken. You put it in the rotisserie, and that should be spinning. It'd be spinning like that, like that pig thing, like like how you see in, like how you may see sometimes in movies, like old movies based in old times, or even commercials. You just see that pig roasting, turning up, turning over, over a fire. That's pretty much what the Set It and Forget It rotisserie does, and that shit was awesome, man. Oh man, that shit was so good. A little bit salty, but overall my Thanksgiving dinner was good. Salty because my mother didn't season it; they seasoned it, and then I think my mother also threw on more seasoning than was needed. You know, she threw on a little bit extra seasoning, so that like the skin of the chicken was like really fucking salty. But once you got into it, it was pretty good. Had some rice with that, some white rice, some Spanish rice. That was good. Had some stuffing with it. That was good. This is all coming from a place, except for the rice. The rice was home cooked. And what else do we have? White rice, stuffing, chicken, and I mean chicken, turkey. That's all we had. It was white rice, stuffing, and turkey. Holy shit! And so much other stuff came with it. We had string bean casserole, which that shit looked disgusting. We had mashed potatoes, and I can't remember everything else that was on there, but there was a lot of stuff, and we didn't eat nearly all of it. I had some pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie is the shit. Apple pie is the shit. Blueberry pie is the shit. I never had cherry pie, so I need to get my hands on cherry pie. My cherry pie. And I forgot how the fucking song went. I had some pumpkin pie. Unfortunately, I don't have no apple pie, which that's my all-time favorite. But dinner was good. It was a good, nice, peaceful Thanksgiving. I will say that much. Over the years, we went from like having really big Thanksgivings, like we're talking like 25 pounds of turkey for our Thanksgiving, and having family over and all that. And now, as I'm older and over the years, it started becoming less and less people coming over for Thanksgiving. And now I think this is actually the first year where it was just me, my mother, and my father, and that was it. Sister couldn't make it over. But yeah, that was the smallest Thanksgiving we ever had, because if it's not family coming over, it's like girlfriend, boyfriend over or anything like that. And yeah, so it was always an occasion. But this time around, I was just chilling in freaking my black house shirt, and my freaking black swim trunks that I wear as house shorts, and I'm just eating some freaking Thanksgiving. I gotta admit, it was nice. Sometimes you get tired of all that. You get tired of having family around all the time. Sometimes you just want to be yourself, and I'm the type of guy that definitely likes being to himself more often than not. You know, not like I don't mind it. I don't mind being solitary to myself. More often than not, not more often than not. Like, what the fuck am I looking for? Like, I like being. I don't mind being alone. That's pretty much what I'm trying to say. I don't mind being alone. I don't mind having a chance to collect my thoughts. Actually, I need to be alone. I feel like I need to be alone for at least 3 hours, at least once a week. For a total of like 3 hours, at least once a week. Like complete aloneness, just me in my room, chilling, no disruptions or anything like that. Just listening to music and collecting my thoughts. Listening to music with my Bose headphones. That shit is awesome. Can't hear nothing. You just go to a different world when you're listening to peaceful music, trance type music. Not trance as in techno trance, but trance as in music that puts you in a trance or relaxed state, an extra relaxed state. Shit is awesome, man. That's also another fun fact for you. That's a stress reliever. If you stress right now, or if you find yourself stressed a lot, one of the things, if you were to tell me you were stressed, one of first things I tell you is, try and go somewhere alone, ideally at your house, or at least some place where you feel like as comfortable as you would feel at home. Or not a lot of people have that luxury of feeling completely comfortable at home, or not everybody has that luxury. Go to some place you feel comfortable, right? Take some music with you. Get some nice, relaxing music like the one I might be playing. Well, the one I'm playing over right now. Get some nice relaxing music in there, and just stay there to yourself for at least an hour or two. Just gather your thoughts, gather your feelings, and everything like that. If it's like something that it's like an obstacle in your life, like something you have to get over, like let's say a big test or a big moment, college applications or anything like that, just be there. Sit there to yourself and think about what you want to do. Start coming up with a plan on how to get over that obstacle. Think about a plan. Get over that obstacle. Think about a plan on how you want to get over that obstacle and how you want to move on with your life or anything like that. That's one of the top things I would suggest for you. I feel like everybody needs to have that. If you're too much involved with everybody else and don't have no time to yourself, I believe you're generally too. Maybe you could be too caught up in everybody else's problems and everybody else's what everybody else has going on for themselves, and then when it comes to you, you don't give yourself enough time to deal with what you have going on for you, and address your problems or your situation appropriately. So yeah, that's a pro tip, as my friend Rob always says. Pro tip, um, you know, having solitary time is fine. Underrated, quote unquote. I didn't want to say underrated because that's kind of Bill Burr's thing, but that's what it is. It's underrated thing, just being alone to yourself. Some people truly can't stand being alone to themselves. I can understand that if you're one of them people that truly can't stand being like alone to yourself for a big portion of time. All right, so dumb down the time that you're alone to 30 minutes or something like that. See how you feel. 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 15, even 15 minutes. If you get in 15 minutes by yourself, right? No disruptions or anything like that. Try it. See how you feel about it. You might start to like it. If you don't, and I wish I had something else to tell you, but I don't. Yeah, but I don't. Even if you don't like it, I still suggest doing it. Just like 15 minutes to yourself, peace and quiet. It can't do you no harm. Trust me. Yeah. Oh man, look at this. I'm talking for 40 minutes here. It's like a podcast now. Oh, but hey, fun fact though, podcasts are probably will be coming to the channel, either my channel or Rob's channel, one of the two. Rob and I have been talking about doing a podcast for a while now, like starting up a podcast that maybe it won't have to be weekly or anything like that. Maybe it could be monthly. But we've been thinking about. Excuse me, god damn. Damn. We just been thinking about doing a podcast in general. We're just sitting here and just talking, and the time really flies. I mean, I was just saying it's like 8:30, and now it's fucking, look at this. It's like 9:13. It's almost 9:15. Time just flies by, and podcasts, man, podcasts are great to listen to. Sometimes you ever had that feeling where you just want to listen to somebody just talk and just you're just listening. Well, I imagine if you're still listening to at this point, then you clearly like podcasts. So I'm preaching to the choir here. So I apologize. You fucking know, you fucking like podcasts and stuff. But the funny thing is, when I first got into podcasts, specifically, it was Bill Burr's my first podcast, and today that's still like my number one podcast that I love to listen to. When you get into it, and it's like this hour long thing. It's like, oh, you really fucking expect me to sit here for like this hour and listen to you talk? And I gotta admit, I really love it. The first time I got into it, the time just flew by. It was enjoyable. I don't know what the deal is with it. I think maybe, I don't know. Uh, you know, I think we just live in an age or a society. We live in a time where getting up. We live in a time where like constantly being involved with the world is kind of like the status quo. When back in the day, imagine like back in the day when people had not TV wasn't a normal thing in everybody's house, and people used to sit down for hours, whether it be listening to just a radio broadcasting or something, listening to a baseball game that broadcasting on the radio, a basketball game, a football game, or anything like that. That's how it used to be back then, and people were sitting down for like 2 or 3 hours. I feel like now we're constantly, we're constantly up, we're constantly about in the world, doing whatever it is that we might be doing. We're always doing something. We're always talking to somebody. You know, we're never just sitting down listening. And don't twist my words. I I know because the reason why I say that is because I know I'm saying, everybody has to get up and do something and not waste their time, of course. But of course, it's not like every time you're with somebody you're doing something productive either. What I really mean by getting up and doing something is doing something productive as opposed to doing nothing at all. You know what I'm saying? Or even doing nothing productive. Try and get something productive thing in there. I'm not I'm not saying getting up and being around everybody is necessarily a bad thing, but it's not always necessarily a good thing either. So I had to cover my ass there real quick. Yeah, so excuse me, I need a little bit more to drink. Got a whole fucking gallon of water at my side. Drink a lot of water, man. But yeah, yeah, yeah. I kind of lost myself there. Yeah, I guess that's it. That's all. I did want to talk, but I didn't. I really thought it would be short, but fuck it. I'm talking. That's all for like 45 minutes. If you're still listening to me, pat yourself on the back, man. I gotta give it to you. I gotta give it to you. You are awesome. You are awesome if you're still listening to me right now. Because I know I be talking a whole lot of bullshit. No, but not this time around, though. This time around, I actually kept it concise. I kept it constructive and concise as opposed to what I usually do. I don't know, man. I have a fucking problem. I believe maybe I have a problem. I have a tendency to like get off topic a lot, but I've been tracking that down a lot lately, and I've been fixing that problem. I don't know if I always had that problem or what, but that shit's annoying when I catch myself doing that. Like you telling me like 1 second ago I was talking about 1 second ago I could have been talking about fucking marbles, and next second ago I'm talking about fucking Mars and NASA and all that shit. And somehow I'd relate the two on a bullshit level. But yeah, it is what it is. But yeah, guys, yeah, I think I am done talking. I've been talking for too damn long. Um, thanks for listening. I really just wanted to talk for a while. I don't know. It kind of just like it kind of went by itself because I really only intended this to be like no longer than 15, 20 minutes, and it kind of went on to like almost almost an hour we're here at now. I just wanted to tell you guys what I was thankful for, and always be appreciative of everything you have right now and cherish things because, like I said, nothing is guaranteed tomorrow. It's not even guaranteed that the sun will come up tomorrow all the time. Which, fun fact, that's true because scientists predict, scientists predict that one day the sun will burn out because the sun is a star and eventually it will burn out. But that will not be probably until like thousands/millions of years from now. So hey, but still, you get my point. Always be appreciative, always cherish everything you have. Let me know what you're thankful for exactly. I know family and friends is usually the standard response, but if you could fit it into the comment section, if you could fit in something that specific about why you're thankful for your family, or why you're thankful for your friend, why you're thankful for your loved one, if you could fit it in, let me know to make it stand out. That'd be awesome. I'd appreciate that. That'd be great. Expect more Walking Dead soon, of course. I'm a little iffy if I'm gonna be uploading tomorrow because tomorrow I believe I will be out for the majority of the day going shopping, much needed clothes shopping. Um, but nonetheless, the videos will be getting out there. Don't worry, do not worry. Got 2 more episodes left. Got episode 4 left and episode 5, and after that we are moving on to Metal Gear. The Metal Gear Marathon. Well, I won't be playing all of them back to back, like I said, but that'll start my all-time favorite game series of all time, and I can't wait. Hideo Kojima. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna get on out of here, guys. Oh, excuse me. I would have to do it one more time. So yeah, I'm gonna get on out of here. Start doing whatever the fuck I'm gonna do for the rest of my night. You know, hope you guys got something from this. If not, I hope you at least enjoyed listening. Um, and you know what? I did not even say the most recent thing that I'm thankful for, and that is you guys. You guys are fucking awesome. I'm telling you right now. Like the reason why I even upload these these things is because I'm getting some sort of feedback as of right now. Because nobody wants to feel like their work is going unheard or anything like that, and you guys definitely make me feel that way. right now it may be only a few people, but like I said, these things are timeless. If you're listening to this right now, whether it be 2, 3 years from now or anything like that, thank you. I appreciate you. I hope you're doing well. I hope everything in your life is going well. Yeah, hey, shit, if you even stressed out right now, send me a message. I'll help you. You know what I'm saying? Because you guys help me out a lot, so much. I'm truly thankful for you guys. You guys are fucking the shit. Because I always wanted to do something like this, and honestly, I never knew if I would be any good at it. But as of right now, I'm not. So nobody seems to have a problem with it. So it makes me feel good. You know, and that's all I could really ask for at this point. I appreciate all the support, guys. Trust me. You help me out. If there's any way I can help you out, let me know. Other than ways that involve money, because I can't, I can't give you money. I mean, come on. I mean, I can't give you like $1,000 or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's what I'm here for. It's what I'm here for. If there's something I could do for you, maybe some advice I could give you or anything like that, let me know. Try me. Try me. I'm just a dude. I'm just a dude in Manhattan. That's all it is. Living in an apartment. You know what I'm saying? That's all I am. At a night, in a lonely room right now, dark lit room, only by a laptop. That's all I am. I'm just, I'm just a regular 20-year-old, just like you. Well, you're not 20 years old, but I'm just a dude. I'm a guy, just like you. I'm normal. I feel like I'm down to earth. I'm chill. Try me. You never know. All right, so I'm gonna get on out of here. I apologize if this shit is an hour, but hey, it is what it is. If you liked it, you liked it. If you didn't like it, you didn't like it. And yeah, guys, I'll catch you later. Again, happy Thanksgiving. Hope things are going well. And yep, there it is. Take it easy, YouTube. Be safe. All that good stuff. All right. Happy holidays. Peace.